Okay, so for example, if the prophets are saying that the Messiah is going to be crucified and rise again on the third day,
and it's going to stand.
this is in there. I would agree. I would say that yes, Jews did understand that the Messiah, like Targum Jonathan, for example. Targum Jonathan says that the suffering servant is the Messiah.
Now, academic scholarship like Dr. Bar Ehrman says that Isaiah 53 does not prove that Jesus is the Messiah because the passage never says Messiah. It speaks about the servant of the Lord, and Isaiah itself identifies the servant of the Lord as Israel in Isaiah chapter 49, verse 3. So in context, Isaiah 40-55 is about Israel's suffering in exile and God's promise to restore them. Bar Ehrman also notes that before Christianity, Jews did not expect a suffering and dying Messiah. They expected a powerful king, judge, or priestly ruler. The Christian reading came after Jesus' death. So as in the Christians, they theologically forced and read into the text of the Old Testament. Because since Christians already believed Jesus was the Messiah, they reinterpreted the suffering servant passages as a messianic prophecy. So Isaiah 53 is better understood as Israel's suffering and vindication, not the direct prediction of Jesus. Now, Christians say that Jesus is Israel, right? So if in Isaiah, the suffering servant is Israel, well, Jesus is Israel, that means it's Jesus. Well, no. Even if the New Testament presents Jesus as an embodying or representing Israel, this is a later Christian theological reading forcing it on Isaiah 53. It does not prove that Isaiah 53 originally meant Jesus. In Isaiah's own context, the servant is identified as Israel, and the passage is about Israel's suffering in exile and later vindication. So saying that Jesus is Israel is a typological interpretation by reading into the text and ignoring the plain historical meaning of Isaiah 53.